Guys, it's your designated Dutch Bros drinking saltine baddie cracker, and today I'm doing another sub request from my kitchen because why not film a video in the kitchen? Anyways, I got this comment that was asking what should I reveal on a date. Like I usually reveal things that I don't really want to reveal, and I just need help with it in general, like what to reveal instead of things I don't want to reveal but end up revealing when the conversation gets like really dry, essentially. And then the second date, or when you can't like start a conversation, you're just kind of like awkward silence, things of that nature. So that was like the nature of the comment that I got like 2 days ago, and so I'm fulfilling the sub request for that. That's what we're gonna try to talk about today within 30 minutes of me filming this, because I gotta go somewhere, but I wanted to make it, so let's get started with it. Okay, let's get into the first thing that was mentioned, which was revealing things in conversations that you don't want to reveal because the conversation is dry. And I see this a lot. I've done this a lot where it's like, for me, it was the fact that like I was bullied. And so whenever the conversation would just go dry with somebody I was just talking to, I would sort of I guess I would kind of trauma dump them in a way, because I would just don't know what to talk about. It's like, oh yeah, you know what? I used to get bullied and I overcame that. But really, I didn't like want to talk about it. But I would always end up talking about it, and then I would feel guilty about it in the end, which I'm guessing was something that a lot of people struggle with. Like, I've seen that happen. So that's the first thing. But the thing is, it's like the reason why I believe that we do this, and I see a lot of people do it, is because you're put on the spot. Like, there's a dry point in the conversation, you don't know what else to talk about, so you go to the first thing that you think of, which is that thing you don't want to talk about. But how to counteract this, how I counteracted this, was like, I created a list of things that I did want to talk about. This list can include things like your favorite hobby, your top 5 favorite musical artists, a funny memory you had as a child, like writing it all down, like articulating it so that you know how to explain it, and just all these other things, right, that you would love to reveal in a conversation. Literally just create a character profile for yourself. Like the ideal things that you want to share with people without, having to like reveal unnecessary information, trauma dumping them, things of that nature. And why it's so good is because we can see a list of those things, and then when we have that dry point in the conversation, we can refer back to that list. You can be like, oh, I can go to that part of the list and give them the rundown of that by talking about the thing I don't want to talk about. Because we have this thing that is in front of us that we've written down that shows what we want to talk about rather than that thing we don't want to talk about. It's like we can have more options when we're kind of like stuck in the moment of, oh my God, what else should I talk about? You just refer to that book. So then comes, how do we get the ball rolling to possibly bring these things up? And that would include, how to actually like initiate the conversation. Because a lot of times when we're on like a first date or like a first hangout with somebody, it's just really dry. Or like you came over and you're like, oh, hey, like you don't really know what to talk about, really. Not even that you don't know what to talk about necessarily, it's just that you don't know how to like start talking about it. So I do have a hack for this that could work out for you, and that is the question, how are you versus what did you do today? So how are you can be explained in a one-word answer. How are you? Good. Okay, well, that doesn't really help out when we're just giving one-word answers. And if the person is shy, that could be something that they normally do, just give those one-word answers, or maybe it's vice versa, you do that. But then the question, what did you do today? You can't one-word that answer. You could be like, because here's the thing, let's just say that this person is like a homebody, right? And you ask them, what did they do today? And they're like, oh, I just stayed at home, I watched TV, things of that nature. And then you'd be like, oh, real, like I do that. Or you could be like, oh, what show did you watch? Or they tell you that something really interesting happened in their day, and then you keep asking questions about that. Again, it's like kind of getting the ball rolling in that sort of a sense. Because when you say, what did you do today? That's not a one-word answer, and you could work off of that even if they just stayed home. Like you can joke around about that, or maybe not joke around about that, kind of relate to it, be like, oh, I'm antisocial, I don't like seeing people either. That's really cool that we're doing this together and that you found me worthy of doing that. Like, things of, like, you can always, like, work back on conversations like that. The other thing that I do want to state is that although sometimes, like, things can be dry, like, within the first few conversations, maybe the person is shy or things of that nature, but if you feel that, like, at some point that, you know, you feel like you're the only one starting conversations or things of that nature, and you're like, I don't know if this person likes me really, I encourage you to not see this person anymore. Not that they're bad people, but it's like, you know, you don't want to be a dead horse constantly, because the other thing is that if you don't get this person, you will find something better, okay? Like, if this person clearly doesn't want to start a conversation with you, just leave. Like, you'll find people better. I tell this in the last video. I tell this to all my videos, where it's, you know, you have to respect yourself in that sense, but hopefully, like, the tips that I share, like, do bring out that person if they are that person that is good for you. So I just want to make that clear, where it's like, you know, eventually you get to a point where it's like, okay, you know, you have to draw your own boundaries when it comes to that, but that's not the really only thing that I wanted to end this off with. And yeah, I think that's it. So, yeah, thank you for watching this video. I hope this, like, really quick one helped, because this took literally 2 seconds to articulate because I had the notes for it. But anyways, thank you guys so much for all the views that I've been getting again. And I'm just very grateful for it. Hit 400 subscribers. I did not think that I was going to gain 200 subscribers in like a month, but here we are. So with that, I hope you have a good morning, day, or night, and hopefully I will see you in the next video.